Hello drama lovers, welcome back to K-pop world. Today, we're turning the page on a story that has captured the hearts of millions. A story that didn't begin with a comeback or an award, but with a moment that froze time itself. Not because of triumph, not because of success, but because of silence. Because Xiao Zhan was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. No one was prepared for it. Not the fans, not his colleagues, not even Wang Yibo. The day started like any other. Schedules were packed, rehearsals were lined up, and everyone was watching the biggest cross-border music event featuring artists from South Korea and China. Wang Yibo was set to perform. All seemed normal, until one blurry image changed everything. An unknown user uploaded a photo to a Chinese online forum. It showed a man, heavily resembling Xiao Zhan, lying unconscious in a hospital bed. Wires, monitors, a pale face, closed eyes. At first, many thought it was fake. But it didn't take long before confirmation arrived from the hospital itself. Xiao Zhan was in critical condition, placed in the ICU. Social media exploded. Weibo, Douyin, Twitter, every feed was filled with panic, shock, and tears. And one other name surfaced amid the chaos: Wang Yibo. Eyewitnesses say Wang Yibo arrived at the hospital in a hurry. No official bodyguards, no team, just him, covered in a mask and hoodie. But his steps betrayed him. They were heavy, shaky, rushed. He refused to answer reporters. He just went straight to the ICU floor, third level. The first day, silence. The second, still no update. By the third day, speculation turned into anxiety. Rumors swirled. Some claimed Xiao Zhan collapsed from exhaustion. Others said he suffered a mild heart issue due to long-term stress. But no matter the theory, one truth remained. He wasn't waking up. And in that silence, one person waited. Wang Yibo. He didn't go home, didn't attend any of his schedules, didn't post anything on social media. He just waited, quietly. A nurse later shared that Wang Yibo only left to take brief showers, then came back to sit in the hallway. He didn't cry loudly, but his swollen eyes said everything. Then, it happened. At exactly 5:48 a.m., on a chilly morning. The sun hadn't risen, but there was light. The doctor stepped out of the ICU. His expression, different this time. No longer grave, no longer tense. He gently tapped Wang Yibo's shoulder and nodded. A few minutes later, Yibo entered the room. There were no cameras, no reporters, just silence. But we know that moment will live in their hearts forever. Xiao Zhan slowly opened his eyes. The hospital light was blinding. He squinted, then turned his gaze sideways. Wang Yibo was standing there, eyes red, lips trembling, but smiling. Xiao Zhan didn't speak right away. He blinked several times. And then, barely audible, he asked, "You're still here?" 3 words, but enough to shatter everything. Wang Yibo nodded. No words, just tears. He gently took Xiao Zhan's hand, closed his eyes, and let the tears fall, quietly. It didn't take long before the news spread. #Xiao Zhan awake. #Wang Yibo cried. The hashtags exploded on Weibo. A short video showing Wang Yibo stepping out of the ICU wiping his eyes went viral. Comments flooded in. This isn't just friendship. Yibo, thank you for staying, even when we all felt helpless. The first person Xiao Zhan saw when he woke up was him. Fans from across the world lit up timelines with prayers, gratitude, and disbelief. Media outlets picked up the story. But for Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan, that one quiet moment was all that mattered. As Xiao Zhan regained full consciousness, his words struck deep. "Sorry, I made you worry." A faint smile. He turned to Wang Yibo, voice still weak. "I just wanted to rest, but I guess it was too long." And at that point, not just Yibo, but all of us broke into tears. Xiao Zhan's agency finally released a statement. He had suffered from extreme exhaustion, which triggered a minor cardiac issue. Doctors managed to stabilize him after 2 days of close monitoring. He had now officially exited the critical stage and was moved from ICU to a private recovery room. Wang Yibo, still no public statement, but his daily presence in the hospital told us everything. Their relationship has always sparked speculation. Since their hit drama, since those backstage glances. Some called it fan service, others saw more. But there was no stage, no script, no spotlight. Just one man who almost left, and another who refused to let go. A reporter caught Wang Yibo on his way out of the hospital one morning. They asked, "Will you go home now?" He looked up at the pale sky, then said softly, "He's awake. That's enough, but I'm not ready to leave." As of now, Xiao Zhan remains in recovery. He hasn't been seen in public. But that smile, it's back. And Wang Yibo, still there, still waiting, still quiet. Because sometimes, you don't need to say anything at all. You just stay. Dear K-pop world viewers, what do you believe? Is this friendship a bond deeper than the industry, or something that words can't describe? Let us know in the comments. And as always, we'll keep you updated on Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo. Until then, let's hope. Let's stay. Let's believe. See you in the next update.